we go. Oh. Alright guys, we're here. Daddy P Not 3D. Cloudart just stepped out of the room for a sec to go get a foot rest. We are here this week with a little bit of a special thing. We are doing Mega Man 2 for the NES. Gonna try to play through the whole game in one video. Also here, as many of you know, E3 was last week, so a lot to talk about, of course, with that. Here we go. I think, there he is.
I'm back. We're here for the first time, I guess.
Yeah, you weren't really here at all at the beginning, but
yeah,
that's fine.
That's all right.
Drinking tonight. Looks like we got some Lion Kugels and some Shock Top. Not a problem there, and some Wild Cherry Pepsi. Did you finish that? I guess I got some Lion Kugels and some Shock Top. That's cool. I already told him Mega Man 2, trying to run all the way through in one video. Talk about a lot of stuff.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. If we just start dying too much, we'll just turn it up. You know.
But it's Mega Man 2, so
it deserves to be beaten.
Probably the definitive Mega Man.
Well, yeah, definitely
series.
my favorite. I had this one when I was younger. Most people I talked to had one Mega Man when they were younger. Mm-hmm. You know, like you said, you had 4. I had 2. Other people had 3, 4, 1, 6, 7, 8, X, whatever. You know, there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of Mega Mans. And it's a shame that Capcom keeps, you know, even though this is a huge franchise for them with a huge audience base, everybody loves the Mega Man. Well, most people love the Mega Man games. They just
I know one
struggle.
person that doesn't like it.
They struggle with it just because they're difficult, but that's part of the charm. Is you keep playing it over and over again until you finally master the pattern of the enemies or sequences like that where you can just sit there and keep shooting the guys that constantly respawn.
I decided not to do it during the video just because it takes a while. But yeah, this is NES at its finest. If you play it enough, you become really good at it, and most people forget about it. You can play it in front of friends and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you're doing this. But, you know, like I said, I've been playing this for a long time. Throw that up there.
Of course, because of that, it'll probably be like, oh, I made a rookie mistake, and then I'm gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen. At least we're not on difficult.
Yeah, what the heck was that? I was messing around and like, oh, I'll try it on difficult. Played this same level, and those guys take 2 hits. Those pillar guys.
And the first for the E-Tank?
The first hit will break them apart, and then you have to wait for them to get back up to hit them again. And it was really annoying. They were throwing their little bits at me like jerks.
So E3.
Oh man, we're just going right into it.
I mean,
all right,
we can. There's a long way to go.
Obviously, the biggest generic stuff, I guess, is that they, you know, showed off the PlayStation 4 and the X-Bone, the Xbox One, and both conferences were quite awesome. But it's a good thing that they had them in the order that they did, because Sony's press conference was better than Microsoft's. So since Microsoft's was first, everybody got to see that and like, oh yeah, this is so cool, and then they see Sony's and wow, this is cooler.
Yeah, and that was, I completely agree with that. Sony, Metal Man, you do Flash Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Sony completely played off Microsoft's conference. I might have to put a link in the video. If you didn't see Sony's instructional video on how to share your games, it's definitely something that's hilarious. You can see Cloud here switch to the Metal Blade.
Yeah, we're gonna switch off after the different levels.
Or death.
Or death.
Call them that.
Yep.
Come on. I would have said something, but I didn't remember.
Remember, I had 4, not 2. So
this should be easier.
Well, yeah, but I've played this game, just not as much.
Did you just beat this like at my house like 2 weeks ago? Like getting pretty
It's
close.
like a month ago.
Getting old?
Something.
Wow. So, I don't know. I guess that's not gonna work.
Whatever, this works.
I guess my thoughts, if anybody's curious, I guess I'm always part of the minority of the system opinion, just because it usually doesn't matter to me which one is what. I'm gonna probably end up with both of them anyway. I already have a Wii U. The chief complaints about the Microsoft system don't really apply to me. Always online, doesn't really matter. I always have internet. Sharing games, I buy most new games anyway, and it sounds like they have a policy in place for sharing that is going to work for most people. I mean, if your buddy, got 6 guys that want to borrow the same game, I mean, come on.
Get richer friends.
Right, somebody needs to go get a job somewhere along that line. Nice.
That would work. Yep.
I'll bring this up because I don't know if you even saw this. The thing that Stallion posted on Facebook about the tweet from Xbox support that kind of halfway confirmed that even if you don't have internet, you can still use it. You just can't play disc-free.
Oh, yeah.
So, for everybody out there that's complaining about always online, you can still buy Dead Rising 3 and play it, even if you don't have internet. If that's the game you want. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah. Metal Man, by the way, for people that haven't played this game, Metal Man is weak against the Mega Buster, which is partly why you would want to do him first. And his weapon that you get is ridiculous. You can fire it in 8 directions, and the energy does not get used up fast at all. You can fire like 150 shots, I think, at least.
Wait, it's
before the
more than
energy
you would
goes
ever
down.
use. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're going through the game normally, just by item pickups, you're going to fill it back up. Alright, so I got my nice purple flash stopper thing. We're getting equipped with item 3, which is nice for the order that I play in. And I get Quick Man, which could turn out to be bad. I don't know yet. See what kind of thing
This
I'm
level.
having.
Okay, I remember this level. This is the multiple spots of insta-kill.
Yeah, there's a lot of insta-death. Retro gaming fans, and see, this is what he's talking about with Metal Man, so you can just kind of...
Still suck.
Whatever. That was better than I'd normally
The
do.
second one was good. Insta-death hits from those.
I've never made it that way. I don't think
man.
ever.
It's a goodie zone, too. For those that, I think we had talked about it in a previous video, but I don't know if we actually got the link up, because I think we forgot by the time the video was ended. We had talked before about Abobo's Big Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
And this level is one of the levels in that game, is playing through this level. And so when those lasers are showing up...
As you can see.
There it is. When those lasers are showing up, they're being fired out of, like, the NES zapper.
I don't think I made it that far. I think I told you about it, then I stopped playing it.
I don't remember. Maybe. Probably.
I think I made it to like the 3rd level. Anyway, E3. There was too much stuff to really remember about E3, so I just kind of pulled up a few things here that...
Oh man, I'm too far over.
That's harsh. And we'll be here for a little while. Hopefully you're in for the long haul. I'm not sure how everybody that watches these feels about longer videos. Kind of looks in the analytics like people aren't making it through all the videos. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works, but you can see the top on there.
Apparently,
I got stuck.
Stand there.
I got stuck. I'm not even counting that. I got the extra guy at the beginning.
Fine.
You were about to read some anyway.
All right, so apparently there were 48,200 attendees this year.
It's pretty impressive considering it's pretty much industry only.
Yeah, 'cause they made it so it's not available to just everybody anymore. Like it's press and retailers and media, press and media, kind of the same thing, I guess. But so it's not open to everybody. So that many people, it's up apparently from 45,700 in 2012. So we're looking at 250 people more. I guess.
Increase is increase.
Yeah, not too shabby. So
yeah,
each conference had really good stuff. Let's see, this one is talking about Batman Arkham Origins was one of the games that was shown there, and that looks really cool.
Yeah, I played the first two, and I'm pretty excited about that. That's not Rocksteady though, if I am correct. I don't think they're involved in making that game. But
well, it's still Warner
He's
Brothers
stuck.
games.
I wish I could squat through this right now. I'd totally do it. Wow. Psycho. It's Warner Brothers games. It looks like it's got the same art style. It looks like it plays the same. So hopefully they can carry on the level of quality that series holds up. I mean, that's... You talk about movie-based games. I don't think there's a better series that's ever come out than that.
Well,
At least somebody based on a licensed character.
Yeah, there's obviously the movie-based games. The movie-based or games based on movies are pretty much never good.
No.
But some of the games that are like kind of taken from movies, or like for instance the Transformers War for Cybertron, that wasn't based on a movie, but it is the Transformers I hate the stupid it freezes you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the jump freezer.
It freezes you when you like, oh, I am healing or something, and cancel your jump. Whatever, I'm still going.
Good. I took 2 in a row. That's good.
Yeah. So stuff, obviously Transformers by itself isn't a movie franchise, but there were Transformers movies, and like there are Batman movies, and the Batman games that are based on the movies, like Batman Begins, was not very good, but Batman Arkham City and Arkham Asylum were excellent.
I think they need to start, asking the question, about licensed games in general. I mean, like you said, the Transformers ones were generally good. The ones that weren't based on movies. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of that kind of stuff anymore. Lego games, Lego Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Indiana Jones, and those are always good. I mean, that's a series of games that's never disappointed. The Harry Potters were good. Have you played the Deathly Hallows games?
No,
for
I have
360? Those are actually pretty decent.
not.
I mean, it's as far as the other ones go, the other ones are terrible. Like, I do achievements, like I've told a lot of people about that. We've said it a few times. And those games play like movie-based games play. Just, terribly put together, just strewn together, just because they know they're going to make money on it. It's not a tough sell for anybody, especially for a kid. Ooh, I love Harry Potter. Buy me this. Same thing.
Done.
The newer ones play almost like Gears of War. I mean, you get different spell selection. You have a cover system. It's third person. You can run. It's pretty interesting. I really hope you beat this level because I don't want to do these levels.
Whoa.
That guy deserved to be shot just for doing that.
That shouldn't have happened.
So I think it's going to be impossible to talk about everything that we saw at E3.
Yeah.
So why don't we do like I don't know, we can do favorites. Look out for that guy, he's gonna glitch you. What?
Alright, that's fine. Just glitch that guy out, no big deal.
I feel like he wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place.
Well, he shouldn't have been standing there.
Let's do I don't know, we could do favorite per system.
Okay.
Something like that.
Sure, that sounds good. Or like what made us, as soon as the thing popped up, what made us go, oh yeah, I'm so excited to watch this video. Like, excited for the game before even watching the video.
That was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong
Alright,
we're both, Cloudart and I both are pretty hardcore Final Fantasy fanboys, I guess you could say. Kingdom Hearts, especially. So when they, and I love how Square Enix did their display, like, oh, we have this little trailer to show you, and it ended up being Versus 13 turning into Final Fantasy 15, which, I don't know, kind of halfway on that at this point. We'll wait to see how that turns out. And then, you know, whatever his name was a...
Either way, that's what we've been waiting for the past 3 years.
At least. Yeah. That's
when they first showed Versus 13, which was around that was before 13 even came out.
Wasn't it supposed to be like you're the bad guys of 13 and you?
I think that's how they had initially put it, that the 13 series, the Nova Crystallis series, was going to take place over 3 games. It'd be Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy Type 0, and then Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Right.
Well, Japan got Type 0, which was that
mobile game or something.
I think it's on, I can't remember if it's on PSP or DS, but it's they're working on bringing it to the US, but it's not en route right now, and obviously I don't know what even prompted them to say, oh well, instead of doing Versus 13, we're gonna make a sequel to 13.
That wasn't generally that good anyway.
Well, like, because 13 wasn't very critically acclaimed.
Oh.
You know, a lot of people were like, yeah, this game's kind of
Make
sucks.
7!
Yeah.
Well,
but
when you're dumb enough to show a Final Fantasy 7 tech demo at your PS3 unveiling, what do you expect to happen?
People like 3 years later being, oh, I saw they're remaking 7 because I saw the intro.
Yeah,
like,
somebody saw it on YouTube and they just figured out what it is. They just played through it and they're like, oh my goodness.
I've had people come into the store be like, oh yeah, they're remaking Final Fantasy 7. I saw the opening video for it. Like, yeah, that was a tech demo from quite a few years ago. But yeah, it was a surprise to me to see Final Fantasy 13-2 be announced.
And it came out pretty quick.
Yeah, I think the next year.
Yeah, and there wasn't really much hubbub about it either. It was just kind of, you know, a couple weeks, maybe a month before.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 13-2. Oh, all right.
Yeah, sweet. All right. It was fun. Another one that a lot of that was slick. Another one that a lot of people weren't that crazy about. I personally enjoyed it a lot, but I'm a sucker for anything time travel. Where, you know, if you have time travel and you do it reasonably well, where if I can do something in the past and that changes the future, then I'm in. So I really enjoyed 13-2. I know you haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's in the list.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Just keep talking.
Hate those stupid birds. But then, you know, even though that game wasn't that successful either, they still are continuing that series, and Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns is coming soon. Yeah, that was good.
I didn't know if it would work. I never go that way. Yeah, I have to call them out on that. Like, what are you guys thinking? I guess.
I mean, it's cool. I'm fine with it. I'm still gonna play it, and I'm probably still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because even if it's a game that, like, to a lot of people, this game sucks. If it's something that I'm really into, like Final Fantasy, I won't be like, you know, I'll still, I guess, give it more leeway.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a Zelda game. I mean, it's like anything. I mean, I won't even pigeonhole it to Zelda. I mean, it's really any series that you like. You're gonna buy the next game. Kingdom Hearts is a perfect example. They went an even weirder path. They made 1, then 2, then they made like 75 different ones that are like based on other stuff, while everyone's like, hey, where's Kingdom Hearts 3? But most diehard Kingdom Hearts fans played every one of those games that came in between.
Yep, I know I have.
Right.
I'm on the final boss of the Kingdom Hearts 3D. Oh man, and I almost threw my 3DS. It was that bad. Like, you're freaking kidding me, I can't. So that wasn't very fun on that night. And the game was okay. It's probably not one that I would play again. Not nearly like Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, those are so...
Birth by Sleep, though, was the other one that I would totally pick that up from the beginning again. That one was really good. 358 over 2 days. Decent.
There's a lot of back and forth.
I got bored with, like, I just want to do the next story mission, but I have to do these other missions first.
Well, Crisis Core. All over again.
Yeah.
So, here we are. We're talking about E3. We're on Bubble Man. I love the music.
Pretty sure I can't kill this guy with those.
It's another spawn trap point where you can
Keep getting hit.
farm all your stuff back up to where it's supposed to be. You're just gonna run into another one eventually.
Yeah.
Look out for the
Take that, you
Metroids.
Metroids.
Oh man.
Hate this jump.
Can't believe you went for the fall on the next platform.
That's cool.
Ugh, spikes. Spikes on Mega Man, if you're unfamiliar, are insta-kill. As is lava, falling down a hole. Pretty much anything.
Anything that's not a straight hit from a bad guy.
Alright. So guys, feel free to let loose in the comments. Let us know what your favorite thing from E3 was, what you're looking forward to. I myself have pre-ordered both an Xbox One and a PS4. 4 PS4s, but that's a whole other story. But after many years of video game systems coming out, I'm finally taking the plunge and determining if I can make money off of launch days. Which, I don't know. We'll see. If not, I'll have a PS4 for every room in my house. Cool.
No big deal.
No biggie.
It's okay though, because you can use your games on each of the things. I guess, you know, if it was Xbox though, you could do that. You could do that easier.
Well, if you read their stuff, it's kind of like you can have friends on your friends list. You can have a certain group of friends. You remember like when you had T-Mobile?
Yeah.
And you had like your 5 people you could call.
Friend 5,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think you can do that for the Xbox. Like if you're at your house, you can play a game I have on my system.
I don't know.
It sounds weird.
I know it was something that, like, if I bring my profile to your house, I can play any of the games
You can play anything
from my system, but on your system. But I mean, there's so much crap out there and so many like back and forths with everything that, you know, we'll just have to wait until it comes out,
Right.
to see.
So stay tuned in November or December, whenever those come out, because we'll definitely do
We'll probably do a run of that as long as it doesn't have the silly thing that PlayStation 3 has of hook the system up to HDMI through something else other than directly to the TV, and you get nothing.
Right. Well, we may not even be using my current equipment by then.
Oh, that's true.
That's
All the built-in stuff.
Did you see the Killer Instinct
Yeah.
thing on the stage?
Yeah, that was good.
Like Xbox stream. Okay.
It was cool. I'm really upset with what they're doing with the Killer Instinct game itself.
What was wrong with it?
The game is free,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
get Jago for free, but you have to pay for every other character. I mean, I guess if it's like $1 a character, and there are 20 characters, you pay $20 for the game. Thinking about it that way, it's really not that bad of a deal.
Right.
But it still is kind of a shiesty move, I think.
Get away from me.
I think one of the games though that I watched and it's like, oh man, I'm so excited for this was the new Metal Gear game.
Yeah. I mean, those are always incredible. I mean, that's like the
That's what Microsoft opened with,
smart move.
and it was pretty awesome.
Oh, how will he ever do the block part?
No. A lot of people are really hesitant on the Metal Gear business.
It's a big commitment.
Well, because David Hayter isn't voicing Snake.
Isn't it Kiefer Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland, yeah. And I've talked to some people at the store about this, more so the younger crowd that, know everything about all the games.
Yeah.
I think you know who I'm talking about in particular.
Yeah.
Well, he was in and he was like, I can't believe that Kojima totally cut out David Hayter and he was a dick and all this and that, whatever. And I said, well, we know Kojima. And, I mean, take a look at what he did for the promotion of this game was, oh, this new game by this new studio is the Phantom Pain. And no, it's not Metal Gear Solid. It's made by game Joaquin something or other. And all the pictures of him were either Kojima with superimposed like blonde wig and mustache and sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I remember the one meme picture said not Kojima when it obviously was. And then
I think he did a whole fake Twitter account at that point, too.
he did. And it was like, he eventually said he was going to be passing off his project to his friend Hideo Kojima because he has like super cancer and he probably isn't going to make it. So he was going to give his project to his good friend Kojima.
Right.
So he does that kind of crazy stuff of we're going to keep stuff secret and then surprise people when it comes out. So with everybody being like, oh, I can't believe he cut out David Hayter, I think personally that he'll be in the game somewhere. Like whether he is voicing like Solid Snake showing up at some point, or something. I find it really hard to believe that Kojima would be like, well, Big Boss is in his late 40s, so I want some actor in his late 40s to sound like to have that late 40s voice and look.
But that's, I don't know, that's almost a cop-out, really, because if you look at even broadcast television right now, people that are acting that are supposedly supposed to be a 40-year-old person, or it goes the opposite way, too. High school shows, like, where they're supposed to be 15 and 16, those people are 23, 24 years old, generally. I mean, I'm not going to say it's on everything, but...
Right.
The point is, while I'm a firm believer in voice acting is a big part of a game nowadays, especially if you have a story-based game, somebody else voicing Snake is not going to kill Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
I might eat my words when that game comes out, but I would like to say that they're not going to let that happen. Where, they're not going to put out a bad Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
It's just not something that they're going to do.
Because Rising didn't count. Because you know why? Because it wasn't Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
It was Metal Gear. So it was in the same world, but not.
Right,
Not
spin-off
Metal Gear
games
Solid.
don't count. I think we've covered this.
I still haven't finished that game. I played it for like 3 or 4 hours on the first day I got it, and then I just have not gone back to it. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get kicked in the face.
Clip that one.
I get Wily Stage 1.
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, I gotta try this slickness that you did.
You have to do it. You have to charge it all the way up. I was wondering if you could preload. If you no.
Nope.
Nope. Yep. Don't let it go till he's.
Wow. That's ridiculous. Talk about a one-hitter quitter.
Right.
That's great. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is probably one of the games that I'm most excited for. Partly because that's going to come out sooner, I know, than Kingdom Hearts 15 or Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 15.
I'm gonna go in a different direction. I think you might know what direction I'm going into with my favorite game of E3. That I don't even know when it's gonna come out. It's not Kingdom Hearts 3 is a close second, I would have to say, but mine would have to be a sequel as well. That's for a system I don't even like, which is the 3DS, and it's A Link to the Past 2.
Oh yeah.
What is it called? A Link Through Time or something?
Yeah.
A Link Between Worlds, something like that. But little personal note on my. Oh, listen to the music. Yeah, let it go. Anyone that watched the last video, this was the music that was used to describe what this video was going to be. And if you're familiar, this is indeed Wily Stage. Wow. Wow. I don't need those.
Got weapon
Can
power.
I get an extra guy or something? But yeah, I mean, A Link to the Past. I just played through it again last weekend because it's just awesome, and everything they're doing with it, it seems like a legitimate sequel. It's got a lot of the same features. It sounds the same. It's got all the good stuff that I'm all about. It's not all new 3D looking weird. It kind of is, I guess, but not to the point like a Skyward Sword or any of those are. Now, if they do an Ocarina of Time too, I don't even know what to do with that. I might have to quit my job if that comes out. Dang it. Too late.
That one does look good. And Nintendo wasn't at the conference. Like, they didn't have their regular big press release, but they did do Nintendo Direct on the Tuesday, I think. Yeah. And in that, I think the big thing, yeah, they showed more Pokemon X and Y stuff, which is cool. But I think the biggest thing that everybody was excited about was Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
For the 3DS and the Wii U. I mean, obviously, it's about time. And so far, they have announced the Villager from Animal Crossing. And then, which his attacks look pretty cool. And then they have Mega Man, who is freaking out here. But the Mega Man looks like he's going to be a little overpowered, but totally awesome.
You know how many times it took me in the boss round video?
Lots.
At least 30.
It's great.
Now I'm live.
Yeah. Mega Man, way overpowered, but looks totally awesome.
Oh yeah.
And then the third one that they showed, I thought was a joke at first. Because one of my buddies was like, "Oh man, did you see the new person? It's the Wii Fit trainer." I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? But sure enough, it is in fact the Wii Fit trainer, and the video is hilarious because it shows Link, Kirby, and Mario all trying to do one of the yoga poses. Guess I should have refilled. Whoops. Oh man. I can't pause it.
We got problems. I want to get rid of those guys. He's pumping his fist at you.
Yeah. Oh, what? What kind of crap was that?
That's awesome.
Screw this. You play.
I just keep going.
I'm not good at the Wily stages, so you can just have it. It's fine.
Roger Dodger.
Yeah. Wii Fit Trainer looks ridiculous, but silly fun. And what else they show? Mario Kart 8, 9,
I think
12.
Is it not?
Too many. It's 8.
Yeah, because
Mario
7's
Kart 8.
a 3DS.
Yeah. Which they're actually adding something that I'm really happy about because F-Zero was one of my favorite racing games because the track goes all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just flat. It kind of adjusts the rules of gravity. So they now have like hovercraft type stuff, and they'll drive on the walls and drive upside down. I think one of the levels is a Mobius strip, which is just awesome. What else we had? We had Super Mario 3D World.
I didn't even watch the video for that.
No?
Mario games don't need to be talked about. Just put it on the shelf and it'll sell.
That's true.
It doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I thought Mario 3D Land on the 3DS was fun, but it wasn't that engaging. Like it was a really well-designed game and everything, but the world map, especially after New Super Mario Brothers games, where the world map is really pretty and big and interactive and everything, for 3D Land, it was just like a menu pretty much. You would move to the next level, but it was just kind of a white background and kind of a small picture of overview of the level.
Yeah.
And that kind of disappointed me because I liked the world maps. So hopefully they fix that in the new one. But they are adding the 4-player, and they are bringing back from Super Mario 2 the ability of changing characters. And Peach is going to float, Toad runs faster, Luigi jumps higher. So that's pretty cool that they're finally bringing that back. But the other big thing is the new power-up. I don't know if you saw the new power-up.
I don't think so.
It's a bell.
Yeah.
And you get it, and you get a cat suit. And so then you're running around in a cat suit. You can climb up walls and like claw people.
That's awesome.
And in the video, it showed them. It showed Mario jump at the flagpole while he was in the cat suit, and he ran up the pole to land on the top to get the one up. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
You can't. Yeah. That's good stuff. I mean, sorry, Wily staging.
So that was good. Let's see, what else did Nintendo have?
Wind Waker HD.
Yeah, Wind Waker HD coming out pretty soon. They, a couple of things that they're changing for it, they said were, you'll actually be able to get sail upgrades that make you go faster just to help you get around the map more. Because a lot of people I know thought that Wind Waker was quite monotonous, of like, oh, I have to go across the entire world map. Yeah, I don't want to play this next level. That's the one with the crash thing at the end, isn't it? Yeah, I hate that level. It's all you.
Revelation, I've never played Wind Waker. Never even been to the title screen.
It's a really fun game.
And then I said I wanted to play it, and then they said they were coming out in an HD version. Okay.
Yeah. The HD version is going to be where it's at. So you'll be able to upgrade your sail so you can move faster through the water, which is huge. Well, so much for that.
I can get that.
So that's cool. But then the other thing, the other big change is in the GameCube version, you would find Tingle eventually. Tingle the fairy. That's.
I ran into Tingle. I'm playing Majora's Mask right now for the first time.
Okay.
And I think I ran into Tingle on there. Is he like some weird looking kind of chubby dude with kind of a strange suit on?
Yeah. And the mustache. He's like a reject fairy kind of thing. Well, you find him in Wind Waker, and in the GameCube version you would get the Tingle Tuner, where if you hooked up your Game Boy Advance to the system, you would be able to, or have a second player be looking at the map, and then there would be treasures that only Tingle could see on the map, so you could help point them out to the person playing, and obviously get extra treasure and everything from that. So it was a nice little addition for a second player to help out. It was fun. Well, they obviously can't do that because player one would be using the tablet, and player two wouldn't have something to look at a screen. So they're switching it to like a Tingle bottle, since they are really encouraging a lot of the like Miiverse, communicating with other people type of stuff. The Tingle bottle will be something that you can write a message in and then throw in the ocean, and then it'll disappear and appear in somebody else's game. So you'll be at some place and see a bottle in the water, and you can go pick it up, and it'll be somebody's hint to something. So that's the new thing that they're doing. To me, seems kind of silly because I don't necessarily care what other people are like. Oh, there's a treasure near here.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna be searching the whole place anyway. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Oh, one thing that Nintendo announced that I thought was pretty neat, not for myself, but for other people, is on the Wii U, a lot of people are making really cool drawings with just the black shading, and that's it. And I mean, if you don't have a Wii U to look at some of that stuff, go online and look at the various Wii U pictures that people are making, because it is absolutely incredible.
Well, yeah, people got skills, we'll say that.
So they are going to be releasing like an art studio type of thing for the Wii U, for those people that do that. So they said that in an update soon, they will be releasing like a prototype kind of thing where they're just adding some colors and pastels and stuff. But in the future, they'll release like the whole thing, and I think you'll probably have to pay for it. But for those people,
if you're into that, then
it's a pretty cool thing. Not worth it.
There's
holes everywhere. Okay, I think that was mainly it for Nintendo. They showed a little more Pikmin 3, and that's coming out soon. Whoa! That's the one that I'm super excited about. Part of the reason
you've been talking about that game for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
It might actually come out now.
How dang time.
Doesn't work on all. No. Normally I don't hit that guy even. Normally I just land, but whatever. Yeah. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, most people. I told you I've kind of been on that thing lately with speed runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a totally different world. I mean, if you feel like you're good at a game, they will make you feel like you're not good at a game.
Yep.
Uh-oh. You're not doing this level, huh? This is the crash level.
Yeah.
The last one was not.
I could do the level. I just can't.
Alright. You might as well just die. To tell you the truth. Because you're not going to be able to make it through that, I don't think, in one go.
May as well give it a shot, since this stuff would reset anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's fairly it for Nintendo. There you go. So you know what's going on. Yep. Couple things for 360 for
The X-Bone.
for Xbone. Dead Rising 3. I'm a huge Dead Rising fan. That's not really a secret. I'll probably play that for who knows how long after I get my Xbone. Other than that, they didn't really say a whole lot of things that I didn't already know about. I mean, everybody knows they're gonna make a new Halo. They're gonna make a new Fable. They're gonna.
Oh,
That was a bad idea.
yeah. Forgot about the Around the World.
Whatever. World. PS4 kind of covered the highlights there. Kingdom Hearts.
The Dark Sorcerer looked really funny.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
video for that looked really intense, and a guy, doing some sort of blood magic type stuff, and then he forgot his lines, and it completely cut out the fourth wall, and they were actors, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was good. I like that too. Trying to think of anything else.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah.
Garden Warfare. That looks good. It's like
Isn't it like a third person?
Yeah, third person team thing where I'm sure you'll be able to play as the zombies in some sort of multiplayer mode. But yeah, you each select a different plant, and then it's third person shooting with their plant's various abilities and fighting waves of zombies.
And you know that's not the only new one of those coming out, right?
Yeah, there's Plants vs. Zombies 2 soon, right?
Did you watch the trailer for that?
No, I didn't.
It looks like time travel is involved.
Oh man, I'm in.
What's his name with the crazy Eddie? Was that his name? It's a pretty funny trailer. It shows him waking up and like going to his closet and picking out the pan that he's gonna put on his head and.
Why?
I know.
Because he's crazy.
Right. That's how it works. So,
Good stuff.
Bonram's pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Showed when Bonnie was working last time. Asked her if she had seen the Garden Warfare video. Like, no.
She was mad at me.
And mad at me.
No,
Mad
me.
at you for not telling her
Yeah.
about it.
Like-
Yeah. But I said, oh man, we're gonna play the crap out of this game, and like 3 seconds after the video started, she was like, oh my god, this is the coolest looking game ever. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the same thing that you run into with any console launch. Well, apart from the Wii U, I guess.
Yeah.
Once we were done with Mario and Nintendo Land, it was kind of like, okay.
Yep. And that's what I was saying to some other people too, is that this E3, I was probably more excited about the games than any other E3 that I've been current on. Which is easily the last few years. I'm probably more excited about even games that I hadn't heard of, that like, oh, they're showing this game, and it initially is something that I wouldn't necessarily be interested in. Still looked awesome. Like Rise, I was thinking, see, because you can avoid this first one here. Like,
Go away.
We're trying to figure out how you can do this. You obviously need one to the left before you jump down.
Why?
Okay, yeah, I guess you can.
I'm just gonna go back up. Can't you? This must not be this Mega Man. Isn't there one where you can control like the direction of the? You know what I mean? Like the missile. I think that's 9 actually. Or 10, where you have something that's like a crash bomb, but
you can't blow off the wall. You got to do a onesie.
I gotta get all the way up there.
Yep. Oh my god. Now you need to restart.
That's alright.
Well,
if
no,
I can
no,
make
you-
it there, that's
yeah,
fine.
you should be good.
Yeah, I just have to. I'll have to
forgot
refill at the guys, but yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
that-
Mega Man.
we were discussing this boss before we started, wondering if it was possible to do it in one go, which now we know it is.
Because if you hadn't
difficult.
noticed, we hadn't really died on any other bosses. We're fairly decent at these types of games, and that's. At least I know I can do it now.
Yeah.
If I would have had E-tanks, like, you know, from the last continue.
Right.
I had 2.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Oh, this guy's kind of creeping, huh? Oh, I want that. I wish I was
Yeah. Rise, not necessarily something that I normally would be into, but after watching the, 10-minute video that they had of it, it looked pretty fun, and I could totally be good with that. I don't know how well it'll play out with, like, having the quick time thing for every single enemy. That it may get a little overbearing. It's still cool, and I still would be like, yeah, stabbing the guy in the face. But I mean, after 6 hours of the same animation of stabbing the guy in the face, it might start getting old.
We begin the long, arduous process of refilling the crash bombs.
Take what you can get.
I gotta have life too, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. What was another one that Titanfall. I hadn't heard of that leading up to it.
That was,
And
I told you about that, kind of. That was the. Did you not catch it? That was where the guys from Infinity Ward.
oh really?
The guys that got
was the
fired,
one?
Zampella and something or another. Those are the guys from that.
Okay, that was the one you were talking about. Well, yeah, it looks pretty fun. Oh man, now you're in trouble. I don't know if it's worth it on this level.
You have to do it.
Refill.
This is it before the boss.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have enough crash.
Oh, all the.
Oh, that's right. All the things come back, not just the barriers are all gone, right?
Yeah. All the ones you shot.
Yeah.
So now there'll be enough. Just to fight the future.
You made a huge mistake.
This video might be over pretty soon. It's still good.
So it'll be an interesting year, I think. We're going for it. Now that you don't have to break the other couple barriers, you have enough shots to break the one up there instead of trying to maneuver up there.
We're gonna die before it happens. I tried to pause glitch it.
I think he walked into the thing. So close. The game would be,
I'd be done by now,
cake
probably.
after this.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
What do we have for time?
I suppose. It's only 55 minutes. No big deal. We're under an hour still. Yeah. E3 was fun. Watch Dogs is gonna be awesome.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about Watch Dogs. But
It's still gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
play it. That's why. I mean, did you play The Last of Us yet?
Nope. not traded in.
Nobody has it.
A couple people asked about it. I really should just order a few copies.
I'd buy it.
I told you not to buy it. Wait till somebody trades it in and then we'll do it that way. You don't have to have it right now. You're playing other stuff.
Yeah, but it's the magazine said it got over 50 perfect awards so far. I don't think I've ever seen that advertised. I've always said I'm willing to pay for games that are worth the money. That may be one that's worth it. I hate this game. You know, if I was smart, which I'm not.
It's a bubble. Ooh. Is air where it's at?
Kinda.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Seemed like a ship.
Yeah. I just need, if this last guy could just give a nice, normal, big pellet thingy. Idiot.
Sure. You're gonna hate that Bob Barker. Almost. Oh man.
Alright.
It's so not fair.
Come on!
This is good stuff.
This is some perfect video stuff right now. Really? I needed that like an hour ago. I think it's worth it.
Wow.
Was it
That
not
was a
worth it?
major hit. No, not after that second hit. First hit would have been fine. There we go. Let's just get this done. And it'll be good.
I should have just blown up the barriers when I was here last time. If I knew I was gonna die.
Oh yeah.
I swear there's a way to glitch that where you don't get hit. Get off the screen. Oh my god.
What? That's good at least. Do you have 2 shots left?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yay! Thank goodness.
Well, now we have to finish.
Yep.
Because that's the hard part.
That's probably the hardest thing in this game.
Yeah.
Is this section.
If you know what's going on. But, you know, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Seeing how late it is, I'll probably get this rendered tonight, people, and well, it's only 10:42. I could probably, I don't know if I can be up that long. Handle that.
It's so ridiculous. I made some new friends over the weekend. This past weekend I was gone to Columbus, Ohio for Origins Game Fair, which is a board game, tabletop game convention. Went there with my buddy Josh from Gaming Generations, which is a video game store in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and a lot of other locations. But they invited me out there to help out and sell some of my stuff. We were there on behalf of Better Than Gaming, which is a non-profit charity organization that helps pediatric cancer patients. So they bring video games and board games to kids in the hospital and kids that have had treatment and everything. So it was a really cool cause, and got to meet some really fun people down there, both working with us and with that company, and also meeting a lot of people in the board game community that are making their own games or have designed games that I play and enjoy. It was a whole lot of fun. Kind of a step away from the video game world for a little bit.
What do you use for him?
Who are we on?
Flashman?
No. So it was a fun experience. It was nice being away from the store for 4 days. Just to have kind of a mini vacation. That's what's been going on with me. Yeah.
Almost there. Alright guys, I'm not extraordinarily talkative at the latter stages of the video here.
Too busy dominating.
And we'll be alright. Maybe.
Should be good. It's a good thing you just did this like 3 days ago.
That was like a month ago.
Or a month ago.
Yeah. I got hit by that one in the video too.
Oh man. What? Simultaneous kill. That was amazing. I'm so glad we had that on video.
I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah. Holy cow. Thank goodness it put you in.
Yeah. That I'm gonna forget about that until I watch the video after I do it. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that was cool.
Coolest thing ever.
So look at how much this
Wow.
takes. Oh my god. Good thing I won't get hit the whole time I do the last part. Except now I said that. Uh-oh.
It's okay, there's a wood table here.
Good stuff.
You'll be fine. You got this.
It's alright. It's only a freaking alien. I mean, who does that? Really? Alright, I just watched myself do this. I can probably remember how this works.
Keep moving and avoid bullets. And just slow and steady pace yourself.
Pretty much.
At least it's not like the... Oh man.
Alright, let's just make it a little more intense and have no hits left.
At least it's not like the Joker in the stupid Batman Return of the Joker game. Like, oh, we're gonna do this simple looking pattern and just mess you up the whole time. Whoa.
Come on.
Whoa. Yeah. One hit on the final boss? No big deal. That's how you roll.
Here you go, boys and girls. Mega Man 2.
One sitting, one continue?
Two, I think.
Two?
I think there was two. I don't remember.
But anyway, it's pretty awesome.
And if you guys like this, we were kind of talking about it today, trying to form a new idea here. I also did this, if you're listening to Cloud Art a few minutes ago, he was mentioning I just did this a couple weeks ago. It's because I recorded a whole playthrough of the game to edit together a boss run video. I'm probably going to upload that this week as well after I upload this video, just to kind of put it up there. It's not going to be commentated or anything, and I think we're going to try and make that a thing of our future, doing this, and if it's something we think of that I can do it for, I'll do it, kind of thing, like Zeldas and Metroids and Marios, and Mario doesn't really have a lot of bosses. Well, Mario 2 you could do it.
Yeah.
But just little things, you guys haven't figured it out. All we're really using this for is an excuse to get together, play some fun games, and talk about things that nobody else wants to listen to us talk about.
Yep. Because it's fun for us.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, where else are you going to see a simultaneous final boss death kill?
Yeah,
Second final boss. I mean, double KO on a Nintendo game? You don't usually get the benefit of the doubt on Nintendo.
Usually that'll glitch you out or something and totally ruin the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it didn't just break.
With a lot of the older stuff.
Because we are still playing on the regular Nintendo. Oh, that's one thing I guess for the future I'll talk about.
Won't talk about it now?
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
we got staff going on.
It's not gonna come out for 10 freaking years anyway.
Yeah. We're not sure on the release date, but the Retron 5 is coming out somewhat soon.
And you need, if you're into retro games, you need to Google this thing. It plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Famicom, Super Famicom, Genesis, Mega Drive, which, if you're not familiar, the three that you haven't heard of are the Japanese versions of the three you did hear of. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, all on the same deck. And it's HDMI compatible. And it uses all the old controllers. I mean, come on.
And it comes with a wireless controller that can be... The buttons can be mapped for every single system.
However you want it.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. And it comes built in with save states. You can have save states for the games.
Yeah, so if you suck, you can still beat all your old Nintendo games eventually.
And cheat codes.
And built-in,
like
basically built-in Game Genie. So you can actually see what those Game Genie codes did, because I know you tried to use it on your old systems and it didn't work very well. Like me on my Super Nintendo.
And then it erases your file.
That's fine.
Yeah, no big deal. That was my worst experience with Game Shark. I was at the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time, then I got a Game Shark. And I was like, oh, all the Skulltulas, that sounds cool. Oh, Infinite Life, that sounds cool. Infinite Magic, let's just turn them all on.
Oh man, that's why it happened.
Started up the game, new files. What? Man, I didn't play Zelda for like another 8 months because I was just so upset about that.
Well, guys, I can, if I remember, I'll put a link to in the description for that system. It's pretty cool. You can kind of get something almost like it now. They have ones that do like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Genesis.
Retron 3 or the Retro Trio.
They just...
Or FC Trio.
They don't... The big thing for me, I mean, doing the videos, I use the Elgato Game Capture HD, as you can see in the description. It's all HDMI inputs. You know, right now I'm using kind of the offshoot component input with the RCAs plugged into it for composite, so it's about... as ghetto rigged as you can get. But with that, I'll be able to do every retro system I have, basically, up to N64, because I won't do N64, with one cable. And that's... if you're somebody like me, I have 5 systems hooked up to my TV right now, including the computer and a hard drive, and it's pretty madness here. So to shrink all that down to one cord is pretty cool.
Yeah. And you'll be able to play, your Pokemon games on the TV, Super Game Boy style, but it'll look a little bit better.
Right.
And with the Game Boy Advance games going on the TV like that, they currently have the Game Boy Player for the GameCube. However, it's gotten really difficult to find the discs for it. Like finding a complete Game Boy player with the discs, usually online you're looking $50, $60.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ridiculous. So having that built in there too will be
I
awesome.
can't believe they're doing the portable games. I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
But
hey,
that's a good
Minish
thought.
Cap. Play Minish Cap
I'll
on
play
your
it.
TV.
I'll play
totally
through.
would play it now.
I haven't played really any of the Game Boy Zeldas, like Oracle of Seasons or Oracle of Ages, Minish Cap. Isn't Minish Cap's the DS game?
Game Boy Advance.
Which one's the DS game? Phantom
Spirit
Hourglass?
Trek and Phantom Hourglass.
I haven't even played Link's Awakening.
Oh man.
I mean, I've played a little bit of it. Obviously, I know what it
Yeah.
is and everything, but for somebody like me who's a pretty big Zelda fan, I just don't have very good vision. So, and I have big hands, so handheld systems don't really do very well for me. I can only play them for a little bit at a time, whereas I could play Ocarina of Time for about 14 hours straight before I get annoyed. On that note, we're probably well over an hour now, and I'm sure nobody that watches it will even make it to this point, but...
Except Sir Travis Draco, because he loves us and we love him.
I'll throw an apology out there for Sir Travis. While Cloud Art was on his sabbatical for gaming conventions, I was going to make an E3 video with Sir Travis Draco. He approached me and let me know he did want to be in a video. He is one of our friends. And
he will be here.
He will be here one of these times. He is going to guest star. He was going to be on this one. Communication issues prevented it from happening, and the people demand videos. All the 3 people that are going to watch this, they're
Sir
getting
Travis
mad at me.
Draco demands videos.
He's one of the ones that'll watch it, so it's almost comical at that point. On that note, it's getting pretty late here. Got to watch some Netflix before I go to bed.
Yep.
Daddy P, not 3D.
And Cloud Art.
Signing off. We'll see.